The magic of goal setting. Have your cake and eat it. Imagine you are a man or a woman living in a room. You eat porridge every day. It's not bad porridge, it's just not great either. Every morning you wake up and eat the same porridge, unaware that just on the other side of the wall is a big delicious cake. All you would need to do to eat the cake is see that it is there and find a way to get it. Maybe you're not the kind of person who wants cake. Maybe you are happy with your porridge and you don't want to add anything different into your life, and that's fine. Maybe you are unaware that cake even exists. Maybe you have thought about cake in the past and what it might taste like, but convinced yourself that you're not the kind of person that would eat cake, as only really greedy people eat cake. So there are a few different ways this can play out. Number 1, you never eat cake. Number 2, you think about cake but never do anything different, so you never find the cake. Or number 3, you think about cake and make it your goal to one day eat cake. So, what would your first step be? Well, the old saying goes, if you keep doing what you always did, you'll always get what you always had. So, you try something different. Wearing the porridge bowl on your head, balancing spoons on your face, wearing your pants on your arms. None of these seem to work, but you are trying something different. Eventually you stand on your chair and you notice there is another room next to yours. And now you can see the cake. Now once again you have some choices. Number 1, you can decide that only greedy people deserve to eat cake, so you go back to your porridge. Number 2, you see how difficult it is going to be to get the cake, so you give up and go back to your porridge, now feeling even worse because you know cake exists. Or number 3, you keep focusing on your goal of eating cake and start working on a plan to get it. You start reading everything you can about cake. You talk to people about cakes. You get advice from people who have already eaten cake. You put everything into getting cake and in the process learn a lot more about the world of, well, cakes. You formulate a strategy and start applying it. It doesn't always go to plan, and sometimes you're left worse off than before, no porridge or cake. But you don't give up, you keep your eye on the prize. Sometimes you get close and are rewarded with a slice of pie or even a cookie, all of which you didn't know existed before you started searching for cake. You meet great friends along the way who are all on their own cake finding journeys. You start seeing cakes where you never saw cakes before. You eventually accomplish your goal. You have now learned so much about cakes that the thought of eating porridge is no longer on your mind. Although getting the cake was your main goal, you realize that learning all about the yummy treats has made you more knowledgeable and given you more resources. And while working on getting to the cake, you discovered there were people out there who make cakes and package cakes and even sell cakes for special occasions. There are shops and bakeries, and a whole new world have been opened up to you just because you set your mind on a goal and decided to do something different. Although eating cake was the goal, you now make new goals. Goals that you could have never conceived before starting on this journey. There is no guarantee you'll make it to the cake, but doing nothing certainly guarantees you will never start your journey and you will never find out. Sometimes en route to the cake you realize it wasn't the cake you were looking for after all, just a new perspective on desserts in general.